And I loved that. I was like, yeah, Chilai, take it away. You're the reason everything's going to go to shit, but I love it.
Yeah.
I also love the first time we see Broly with Chilai is a great scene because she's eating a ration.
A nutrient block or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's never had food. He's only had bugs. He's eaten fucking bugs.
It's implied that he's never had water.
Yeah.
Like all the fucking hydration he's gotten has probably been through bug juice. And so
What are the nutrients of that?
Can you survive off of that? Apparently you can.
Absolutely, you could definitely survive off of it. I feel like there's a lot of people in the wilderness. I'm sure they can survive off of it.
I don't think so. I think water is
Essential.
Yes. Especially for a growing boy and an aging man.
Then again, I've never heard the Saiyans go, I'm thirsty and then need water. Wait, no, I think there was a scene in Bardock with them drinking from a lake or something. Maybe there was a Saiyan scene with somebody drinking from a lake.
But then are we just going, Saiyans don't need water to survive?
I don't know. They're aliens, so who knows? Even though Namekians survive only on water, because they provide all the nutrients they need. So, growing up without water, he should not be the way he is.
Same thing with his dad.
Yeah, his dad should have been way shabbier.
bug juice. And so in this scene he tries a fucking ration for the first time and he goes nuts.
Yeah, she also eats it out of her hand. She's like, here, want to try?
Yep.
Almost eats it with the wrapper.
Almost eats it with a wrapper.
She's like, wait, hold on, let me unwrap it.
Gotta open it first.
He probably would have eaten the wrapper.
Yeah,
He would have been fine.
And I love
great.
Dude, these people are gushing over Broly eating something. Like, that's literally the scene he's eating.
Who cares?
I haven't had actual food ever. Nom 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 nom. Like, there's the scene in Thor where he's like, this is really good, another. And it's just not like, oh my god, he's never had anything like this.
Why should he know how a rapper works? There's no... It's nothing to gush about. It's like you said, it's Tarzan Jane stuff.
Later, he's like snacking on a bunch of them. He's just going to town on double fisting rations, and it's so good.
Yeah.
Imagine how much
How is
stronger
that
he'd
so
be if he
good?
was
What is so
properly
good about that? He's eating. He's never eaten before. So he's eating a good thing as opposed to bugs.
I know, right? So
I don't know what. I want to know what's in those fucking bugs though. He's got some gains for apparently being on a
Apparently
starving
it's very
planet.
sour.
actually,
Yeah.
and not to mention, bugs are basically nothing but protein.
Yeah, so he's,
So-
he's probably fine.
Yeah.
And they survive on giant fur weasel meat, or blood.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
they
right.
have nutrients.
Yeah, they're
Okay, that's true.
I don't know how any of those beings came to exist on a planet without any vegetation, but that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
yeah.
Cart before the horse, my friend.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like legitimately, Broly in this movie, he's cute as fuck. Like
He
he's
is.
he's cute,
Adorable.
He's a cutie.
He's ridiculously hot, and he's actually a fantastic character. This is a story about an abuse victim, somebody with an abusive
Yeah, he's got
father.
PTSD and a condition that he can't control.
Yeah, and it's phenomenal.
And she like calls him out. It calls the Paragus out on it. It's like, he's this way because you couldn't fucking raise him.
Yeah.
And Paragus actually had like a really good comeback. It's like, don't pretend to know what we've been through.
yeah, like all things.
He's probably like this because he's been on a arid, bug-infested planet for 41
His
years.
only friend was a weasel, and I shot it.
Yeah.
Not gonna act like I've been helping a whole lot, but it's not all me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Paragus went out of his way to find his son and help him. So Paragus here is a bad dad, but he's not the worst
He's not an
guy.
ass-
Yeah, he's a
father.
bad
Yeah.
dad, but he's not the worst father. That still goes to Goku, I feel. But
No, he
at least Paragus was there.
he cares about his son. He
Yeah.
cares about his son.
Yeah.
He tried to do his best, and you get that feeling.
Yeah,
Even
he's always worried about Broly, but
Yeah, he's like,
what
oh.
do you do when you have a child who you literally cannot rein in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a shock collar, and it's sad. It's terrible, but you get it. You get why this is happening. It's just really sad and fucked.
Yeah.
Like, so the entire time, you get to know these characters. It's great. I didn't know that I know Toriyama wrote the screenplay for this.
Mm-hmm.
I did not imagine we'd get these sorts of real deep character moments.
You don't expect deep characters from Dragon Ball.
And
That's something we haven't had
Pause.
in any.
What was deep?
Yes, what was deep about Broly or Paragus or Chile or anybody?
Chile, kill. Nah. We're not even talking about her. There's nothing deep about that. Broly, an abuse victim. He likes his dad because that's the only person that he's ever interacted with. And what else is there?
And this is the only life he's ever known.
What else is there to his character? He's polite for some reason, even though he was born and just trained and beaten and all that. Paragus, he's scared of his son, so he gets this shock collar, but he still loves him because he wants to protect him.
It's not even... No, I don't think he wants to protect him. I think he wants to sick him on Saiyans.
Yep. What's deep there?
movie before. The
Yeah.
deepest character we have had so far in Dragon Ball at all has been Vegeta. He has been
Yeah.
the deepest character.
Yeah,
That
him and
is
Piccolo.
a darn shame.
And that's, even then, that's kind of like arguable, I guess. Like, Piccolo was like, I'm Demon King.
Actually,
Piccolo's
good
growth
side, now I'm
ended
evil.
after the
Yeah,
Saiyan
I actually
arc.
really liked the complexities of Beerus.
I think
yeah.
yours is
Yeah,
pretty good too.
it's definitely been getting better.
Yeah.
But I think I was not expecting, giving past experience with Broly. I wasn't expecting a exploration of anger and, PTSD, and if it's all right for someone to be upset because of their upbringing in a movie about Broly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, we haven't mentioned him much. Lemo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all keep saying PTSD.
He shows none of that.
It's not like he wakes up in the middle of the night because of the shock collar or anything, or even the things that happened on that planet.
It's just once he pulls out the shock collar, he's like, I'm going to be in pain and I don't want this. Other than that, he's perfectly fine. If he showed bouts of anger, that'd be one thing. Just randomly, as opposed to, oh, you're trash talking this girl that I just met, I'm angry. But if he was just like, Broly, this is Frieza, how are you doing? And just freaked out for a second, well, just calm down. That's one thing. But there was nothing other than the shock collar thing.
If it was something like the first X-Men movie where Wolverine wakes up from that nightmare and stabs Rogue, it'd be something. That's post-traumatic stress disorder. He doesn't have PTSD. He's scared of the pain that the shock collar will bring when his father disciplines him.
They're looking way too far into this. They're trying to make this a character piece when it's just...
No, it's most certainly a character piece. It's just, I don't think it's...
For most of it. For some of it.
For
2 quarters... That's a half. I always mix up quarter and half and a third. My goodness.
I wouldn't even say 2/3 because I think the last 30 to 40 minutes is just like
It's
action.
it's like 40
if not,
minutes.
closer to 50 minutes. So maybe 2/5.
That's about right.
And yeah, it's a character study in that aspect. But just being a character study. See, this is the thing. Dragon Ball is so shallow that even a character study is like, this is the most amazing Dragon Ball thing we've seen. But this should be like par for the course of a series you like.
There should be other stuff on top of that, not just Tarzan and James, and then you're done. And you laud it like, oh, this is amazing.
You shouldn't be looking at a character like Vegeta and be like, that's the most character development and growth we have in this series. Not our pro tag, not any of our side characters, just this one guy. And throughout the series, he's one of like 4 people that grow. Again, Piccolo's growth ended at the Saiyan arc. He was done with that. So you're looking at all this like cute stuff with Broly and oh my god, all the pain and trauma he's going through, and you're like, we've never gotten this out of Dragon Ball. All we've gotten is these big evil muscle men coming down and our heroes trying to stop them. What about the trauma of Gohan? Gohan is f***ing traumatized. He doesn't want to fight.
He's forced to every single time.
Every single time. Did you see the new Plague of Gripes video?
Yeah, it's a good video.
It's so good.
I like it. I was just like, oh, is this gonna be like? And then you open up. I'm like, okay, this isn't gonna be a funny, jokey Command to space video, but it's a really good exploration. When he just went later, just went, here's how this Cell arc should have went. I'm like, that would have been really good.
He had a really good thing for it.
Yeah, he's great. He's just this. I remember
Grumpy
when I
old man.
grumpy old soldier. At some point I was
nothing.
expecting I'm too old for this.
You
shit.
didn't even
Clinch is
remember
not a
his
soldier,
name.
He's just a pilot for hire.
True, yeah. But he's seen some shit. It's
Yeah.
implied that he's been around.
Yeah.
And so I love him. He's great. He's he kind of plays second fiddle to Chilai, but he's still got a great perspective on things that feels very different
I
from.
really like that those characters are a thing, and I like that. To kind of jump ahead a little bit, but we're talking about spoilers. That them and Broly are kind of their own faction by the end.
I know,
I love
right?
that.
Yeah, the Broly team, and I'm all 100% about it.
Yeah, I was.
Of course, that's how that was gonna end.
How else would it end? Why is this celebrated? This is the obvious answer. Either he destroys the planet and Goku and Vegeta and just flies away. But then, where does he fly away to? What does he do? That was always the outcome.
It's like when Luffy crushed the spoilers for Stampede. For anybody that hasn't seen that, it's like when Luffy crushes the poles, and it's just like, yep, that's Luffy.
It had to be.
This is the way it was gonna go.
Because it can't be there's Laugh Tale right over there.
I enjoyed the ride up into there. It's not my favorite ride, not even close to my favorite ride, but I enjoyed the ride that I got up until the point that I knew this story would conclude. There was no chance Broly did not hang out with those two unless one of them got killed.
It would be on that side, but totally.
Yeah. So they land. So now we can get to the.
Yeah, finally,
Actually,
we get
what
to
happens?
Antarctica. Like, fuck it. They find the Frieza soldiers with the Dragon Ball, whatever. Frieza has the Dragon Balls, but they don't use them yet. They go away.
I love Bulma's reasoning too. Is like I already know that it's in the Arctic, but I,
I just
didn't
hate
want to.
going there.
Yeah, it's
It's
so
so
bother.
cold.
Also, Bulma's outfits in this movie are top tier.
I love
Yeah,
her, I
they're
love
real
her
cute.
Arctic outfit, and I love her beach outfit.
Her beach outfit is 80s as fuck, and it's great.
I appreciate when they land and Whis goes, I think the void of space is a little colder.
Vacuum of space is a lot chillier, if you ask
Real
me.
quick, we passed by one very important thing. Babysitter Beerus for
Yeah.
Bella.
Oh yeah. When we see Bula.
Yeah.
Bra. They straight up just call her Bula though.
They
Yeah.
call her Bra. Why is she still Bola? We fixed everything else in Kai.
Oh, I
It's
actually.
probably because they just don't want to name a character Bra.
I can tell. No, I can actually tell you the exact
Okay,
reason.
tell me why.
The biggest issue is, I mean, they could change it now, but it's been Bulla for forever. And the reason they made it Bulla in the first place was, and this is the same reason. So, remember Miguzi on Cartoon Network?
Yes.
Yeah, it was originally Mizugi, which is the Japanese word for swimsuit. Guess what happens when you put that into Google? You find girls.
It's tough to do a Google image search for
Yes.
bra.
So what happens when you put bra into the search engine?
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So that's why they were afraid that kids specifically were gonna look up characters.
Look
like-
up that baby.
Yeah. They were gonna look up bra, and then
And
we're
then
gonna
fu-
find boobs.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the parents were gonna be furious, and then what do you do?
Let
So-
the kids have fun.
So yeah, that's why it's still Bulla, because they're not going to go back and change all that. Trunks, on the other hand.
Can I just say this real quick? Her name is Bra Briefs. Toriyama just don't care.
It's funny.
He just don't care.
No, it's funny though. It's a good name.
And I would be fine with his I don't care attitude if it showed in his work.
But it kind of does though.
It shows in his work in the worst way. It doesn't show in his work in like a fun, whatever type of thing. It's just like, yeah, whatever.
Why are they all named after swimsuits and stuff like that? You can look at One Piece and go, Charlotte Pudding. Big Mom is a fat piece that likes candy and stuff. So she's gonna be like, oh, I pumped out a kid. Pudding, whatever. I don't care. Now on to the next kid. She just had pudding that day. Or she had katakuri. And she went, give you whatever. Ooh, delicious. A smoothie. Sure, whatever. That makes a lot of sense. But Bra, her sister, what was her name? I know it's another one of them names, but it's just like, why?
What is a Bulma?
Dude, I'm sure it's some sort of Japanese pun. It is. Oh, her sister name is Tights. That's
Tights, briefs.
That's good. That's no problem. Bloomer. That's what it was.
Bloomers. This is terrible. But you know what? It was fine for the Toriyama of Dragon Ball. Because that Toriyama, literally, it was just like,
He had just come off of a gag manga.
and he was still doing gags. Like, the Peel-Off gang was just talking in a room, and Peel-Off was like, we need to take things more seriously, and he turns around, and Mai just has a piece of shit in her hair. And he's like, that's what I'm talking about. And she's like, oh. That's the whole scene! That's it! So it made sense to name someone Bloomers in a series where you're like that.
Back and change all that. Trunks, on the other hand, was just swim trunks. Like you
Yeah,
look up
yeah.
Trunks.
He's
on,
also so prominent
Right now, I
it's
feel like
probably
if you
tougher
look,
to get a picture of
if you
swim
look up,
trunks.
if you
I
look
think you
up
did him
Trunks, you're gonna
instead.
find him
Yeah,
first.
actually, yeah.
Google
But-
swim trunks. There's a picture of Trunks
Yeah,
swimming.
Probably, you might even get that.
But yeah, so
Babysitter
but yeah,
Beerus.
Yeah, Babysitter Beerus, adorable. I kind of wish we got a little bit
Yeah,
more.
I
of
wish
that.
they would have done
A
more.
I
with
single
wanted a
that.
little bit of
line.
hijinks,
Yeah.
but I understand why they wouldn't want to cut away from that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so they couldn't cut away from it while all that Frieza Broly fusion crap was going on. Just gotta stick with all the action. God forbid we have some down moments of comedy and character moments.
Especially since when they were just like, oh, once the Stampede happens, it just goes and goes and goes.
It's really best that they didn't.
Yeah, no, they give you a little bit of it at
And Lenny got to talk about getting tired.
No, of course not. He can't. He literally cannot.
the end where she's kind of like tugging on his little apron thing. He's like,
His
"Oh,
bib.
everything kind of turned out well, I guess. 'Cause I guess he's just like he's been paying attention.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking interfere. Fuck that shit. I'm sleepy.
Gives
Yeah.
me the vibe of like, all right, if shit actually gets bad, I'll be there and I'll fix this problem.
There's
I'm not losing
There's a
Earth.
great moment.
That's always the problem.
Beerus does not interfere enough, and he also interferes too much. It's too much in that there's always the looming threat of a Beerus interference.
His presence is always there.
So why should I worry about Magic Dude taking Vegeta's powers if, Goku and Vegeta are about to get killed? Here comes a Beerus.
See it in the trailer where Whis is like in action, but it's just this really quick moment in the movie where he's just like, almost had me there. Oh, nice one. Oh,
So-
welcome back.
So I want to address something before we get into this because it is something that any Dragon Ball fan is going to be concerned about. The tension. Because you know that Whis is there, and you know that Beerus is there. So what's really like? Even though it's even though at this point you don't know how Beerus stacks up to the strongest that Goku can get.
Yeah, and you've seen that Vegeta could fight at the very least somebody who's at the very end of training to be a god of destruction.
Yeah, so you don't know how strong Beerus is in comparison to Broly, but you know Whis is there. So there's always that question of, okay, but what's the tension then if you know that there are characters there that can
good,
ultimately put down this
bruh.
big bad?
Kaiser's
and my
always
rebuttal
been like
is
this.
the tension is not whether the Earth is going to be destroyed. It's the tension
fate of the characters.
It's the fate of these characters and the
No, okay, I was with you, Kaiser, until that moment. We have Dragon Balls.
Yeah, there is no tension. We have Dragon Balls, we have Namekian Dragon Balls, we have Super Dragon Balls, we have Whis who can just go, you're alive now. We have day passes where you can just come back. We have Goku who can teleport to and from the land of the dead.
We have Whis who can just turn back time. Even if it's just 5 minutes.
So there is no tension.
I was with you.
The fate of the characters.
It's the fate of these characters and the progress that they've had and whether or not they can come out on top.
Because,
Yeah,
spoiler
absolutely.
warning, this takes place before the end of Z.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but the Earth is still there.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
wait a minute.
We still have no idea. There's actually no way that this fits in with End of Z anymore. They've already actually screwed that up by
They
dialogue
did so
that happened.
way long ago.
They can always be. No, they introduced the Super Ball, Dragon Balls just for this reason. You know that's what
But
it's
then
for.
that just takes away everything, and then who cares?
Correct.
This whole thing was worthless. It was
Correct.
pointless.
Correct.
Just to fit it into these last 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. They can't do anything but that because.
That's the only thing. That's what the Super Dragon Balls were introduced for. Maybe it's done as a joke, or maybe it's like Beerus is actually evil. He just needs to stop the bush. Or maybe it's even one of the angels just like, okay, they're getting too powerful. We need to stop this. Anything.
But then if they do that, there's always the threat of Broly on the planet, who would be God.
No. Because this no longer happens.
No, but Broly would still be on his planet.
No, he wouldn't. Oh, yeah, he would still be on his planet. But a lot of this crap doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, a lot of it doesn't happen, but then the Frieza Force goes, we need strong people. Let's go to that planet. They pick up Broly.
Why would
Broly
the
comes
Frieza
to
Force
Earth.
do that? Frieza wouldn't be alive.
No, but Frieza Force still exists without Frieza.
But why would they be doing anything? What were they doing in the years that Frieza was dead?
Still doing the planet stuff. They were just doing it not very well. That's why they went, we need Frieza back. But if they go, we need Frieza back, oh, there's a power level over there that's super, super strong. Let's get him.
I don't think that's going to work.
Why not?
Because I don't think it would be too scary for the gods of destruction, the angels or whatever. Because Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta was molly-whopping Broly.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Super Saiyan Blue Vegito was just doing all right against Zamasu.
But that's also post more training. Training and power-ups and Zenkais in the tournament.
Is it though?
Yeah. If there's videos that are just like, Goku got literally 100 times stronger in the tournament of power. Thanks to Zenkai, thanks to the...
Dude, this is ridiculous. I hate Dragon Ball
It's
so
terrible.
much.
It's terrible. It's legit.
I'm
awful.
trying my best to go. You know what? It's not gonna. I'm trying my best,
No.
and it's just going. No, but he got 100 times stronger. Well, I can't do this. Why would you theory anything in Dragon Ball? We could just go, yeah, but Goku in the space of 47 minutes got 100 times stronger. No, that can't be. They used up their Zenkais.
No, there is none. There is no using up Zenkais. That still goes on.
But they said it in an earlier arc of Super.
But Vegeta also said we're hitting the peak of our power, and that was before the first tournament. And then they got way stronger. To the point where Vegeta goes, we're hitting the peak of our power. And then he goes into the hyperbolic time travel several times after that. So no, it don't matter. They ain't use up shit.
What's even the point?
You got to give the people what they want. That's the point. And what do people want? Fighting.
But at some point, you gotta go, okay, that's enough fighting. You have to.
Yeah, they did. And that was called the first half of GT. And people hated it.
And then they wanted fighting.
And then they wanted fighting. And then they got fighting.
It's just like the beginning of this Broly movie, and that dude that went, this movie is perfect, just folding his arms and going, yeah, okay,
Exactly.
yeah, that's fine. And then the second you get some beautiful animation and flying through some waters fighting, it's just like, now we're in. This is gonna be awesome.
So, what are you talking? You know this is what the people want. This is what the people expect. And this is what the people know they're going to
does
get.
Dragon Ball only get this pass?
Because it's been like this. Why do you expect it 30 years in the future to start changing?
Because
What-
things should get better. If they don't get better, they should drop off.
they are getting better according to them. They got their PTSD Broly character stuff. So
Okay.
that's like, okay, this is something different. This is something more, and that's what they're celebrating it because it's not just Cell going evil
Then
punch
how
fight.
can you go Naruto / Bleach sucks? How can you go that progression is trash if you're just getting the same stuff?
How can you go Bullet is a bad villain if it's Cell?
I don't. Why is Dragon Ball the only series that gets a pass like this?
Because you have that affection for it.
But you can lose that affection. We did. Like, I loved Dragon Ball.
I don't understand why they're not losing it though. Because once it was literally me just watching other stuff and going, oh, what is the difference between Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2? Oh, it's just stronger. Okay. Kurama versus Yoko Kurama. Better control of plants. Much, much better. That's an understandable thing where you just go, oh, he's got a rose whip as opposed to he's riding on this in multi-headed plant hydra. And you go, okay, Kurama can't do that. But then, going back to Gohan, he's looking at all of his friends just get murdered, and Cell's just like, do something, come on, they dying, and then this dude that he's met, that he's never exchanged maybe a sentence with goes, release your anger, protect my forest.
They had never talked. They had never spoken. They had never met.
I'm sure that there was, once they got to the tournament ground, they probably went, hey, you're here, nothing? Okay. Well,
Again, why?
but then you look at that and just, I remember just going, well, why is he affected by this?
Dude, even when I was 13, I was like,
remember
what's
that.
the point of 16? Like, what did that do?
So yeah, I don't understand why they haven't grown out of it when Dragon Ball is such a flawed series.
That's a great way to put it. It is a flawed series. It may not necessarily be a bad series. I personally believe it's a bad series, but there's no way you can't look at it and see glaring issues in Dragon Ball.
To the point where your love falls more and more over time, to the point where you just go, okay, maybe I don't even like this anymore.
But I think at that point, you have to be just willing to hand wave away that stuff. You have to be able to celebrate all the great stuff and then just hand wave away that other crap.
I don't understand why. I don't understand.
I'm not hand waving away Fishman Island. I hated that in Arc.
I wouldn't say I hated it. It was fine.
No, it wasn't
pretty bad. It was pretty bad, but it wasn't. I wouldn't say hate.
I can tell you why I really, really dislike that arc. One, the threat is 0.
Mm-hmm.
2, it's a build up to what the Straw Hats could do, but they don't get opponents that they can even showcase that against. 3, the story of Jinbei. No given. 4,
I thought the flashback was a little long.
The hand wave away of Nami and Jinbei. Like it's just so much stuff, and I'm just like 5. Besides Shirahoshi, there is no minor character in that arc I like. There's no villain I like. There's nothing I like except Shirahoshi. Not even the king. The king's straight.
I like Neptune.
Neptune's straight. His first son, he's straight.
Fukaboshi.
Skypiea, I love Om. I love Conan.
Gadatsu, the dove spider hair dude.
Yes. See, over and over again. Who are the other villains? Give me a name. That's what I
I
mean.
had one of them in my team.
That's what I mean. Like, it's like, I really dislike Fishman Island. I'm not hand waving that away. But y'all just go, yeah, okay, whatever.
Oh, we're finally getting a fully fleshed out character with motivation and a backstory. And
So now you want to clap.
when so many when a 12 episode anime can just do this in a 1/1,000,000% of the time. They can make likable characters, get them in there, get them out, and you go, that was a fantastic character arc, character story, motivation, everything.
Just what?
It's the celebration of mediocrity.
And that's another thing. You're celebrating the mediocrity and then hand waving away the badness. But then when it's something actually good, you prop it up to the umpteenth degree.
But it's only propped up that much is because it's standing next to the bad stuff.
That you just excuse.
If the bad stuff was all good, then that good stuff will only be like one step above. But the good stuff is like 8 levels above the bad. So they're like, look at all that good stuff. And then there's the bad stuff, but whatever. It's very Dragon Ball fans are very frustrating.
Absolutely. I really don't know if it's Dragon Ball, Hunter x Hunter, or Part 5 fans that are the worst.
Oh, that's good. I'll say this. I've seen a lot more people deriding Dragon Ball than I have the other two.
That's not fair, though, because Dragon Ball has had 20, 25 years of media, and it's had the time to get away from it for people to go, wow, there are some terrible, terrible moments in Dragon Ball. For Part 5, it's literally still going on in the dub, and Part 6 isn't even announced yet. And Hunter x Hunter, people are waiting with bated breath for its continuation.
I see the least amount of people with Hunter x Hunter going, yo, this is kind of bad.
I've seen zero. I say 2, me and you.
Debatably the most problems in Hunter x Hunter because the fighting system is inherently flawed.
I wouldn't even go debatably. No, Part 5 might be more problematic. I'd actually have to think about that. But potentially Hunter x Hunter is the most flawed, popular series I've ever seen.
In the end of Z
What were they talking about?
That is a good question. Let's just go back about 15 seconds.
This takes place before the end of Z.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were talking about End of Z.
But the Earth is still there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
We still have no idea. There's actually no way that this fits in with End of Z anymore. They've already actually screwed that up by dialogue that happens in the End of Z that it completely contradicts everything that's
100%.
happened in Super.
Yeah, and you know what? Everything's already been retconned as it is. Whatever. If you want to tell a new story to keep your franchise alive and make sure you can feed your kids,
Pause.
that's fine, Toriyama.
Whatever. I guess we're just we can only accept canon when it's said to be canon or when anything that's not retconned right now is canon.
Super is legitimately just going, oh, this was canon.
Not anymore.
And the people are going, that's fine.
This dude's just like, that's fine. When for all these years, for 20 years, we've had the End of Z. Bulma going, I haven't seen you in X amount of years, Goku. Or I guess that just doesn't matter anymore. So we can watch that episode, but just disregard that. What?
Not upset.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Don't
make
give
it
a
fun.
shit.
Don't just
Yeah,
laugh
all I
this
ask is make it
away.
fun.
Go to bed on a pile of yen every night. That's fine.
Yeah.
We love your work.
All I ask is just for some fun when I'm at the theater, and when it comes to, I think that tension is
Pause.
there. And
That's all I ask is for fun when I go out to the theaters. Transformers. Done.
Yeah, this is a Transformers guy.
All I ask is for fun.
Butts, boobs, and explosions.
But this movie is perfect. Is it perfect for fun? Is it perfect for narrative?
It's absolutely a fun movie.
Yeah, because he was just like, once the character stuff went away, folded arms went unfolded.
Yes.
So he's just an action monster, and he got 40 to 50 minutes of action, so he claps like a monkey.
Love your work.
All I ask is just for some fun when I'm at the theater, and when it comes to, I think that tension is there, and that was a big problem. In
It's
Evan,
not
that
there.
It's not there. What's the tension? Goku and Vegeta fight Broly in their base form for X reason to artificially raise the stakes and or tension. Because if they just went blue and blew him up,
No tension.
no tension, no movie.
There's always Whis, Beerus, 3 sets of Dragon Ball, 2 different forms of fusion, various transformations, Sparkly Blue, Ultra Instinct. We're up to 10 things that are deflating the tension. But they artificially go base into this, just to make Broly stronger, just to create a bigger threat.
And that was a big problem in F. I think that was. But what I think this does way better than that did.
It subverted a lot of expectations.
It does subvert a lot of expectations.
Oh, boy.
I am so tired of subverting expectations. That does not mean it is any good.
That does not.
Again, if I flip a coin and punch you in the face, you were subverted of how that game was played. Was the game better? Was the game good?
This subverting expectation garbage is...
It's like the buzz phrase of anybody that's can't explain why something is good.
You expected this, and then it was something different.
So it better. So it more gooder. That's literally all you are giving me. Screw actual quality, actual storytelling, actual characters. I expected something, and it did something else so good.
What's the subversion good? They didn't even say that. It just said it subverted the expectations.
To be fair,
was the subversion good?
To be fair, we stopped it as soon as they said subverting expectations. So maybe they are going, yeah, because I expected it, and that was a well done. They did it in a way that was just really good. I doubt it, but it's possible.
It subverted a lot of expectations.
It does subvert a lot of expectations and makes the whole ride
Nope, never mind.
All right.
Yep, just subverted expectations.
It sure did.
And just because of that, it's fun.
Boy, I wish that there was just like a 5-second movie review that just went, the new Invisible Man. It subverted expectations. 8 out of 10. Goodbye. Because that's all that they're doing. It's meaningless to just say, how did it subvert expectations? And was it of quality the way that they did it?
I would submit no for both. Yeah, because I don't know what expectations.
Exactly.
What were your expectations? That's a better question. What were your expectations
And
that
how
they
was
subverted?
it subverted? And was the story better for it?
Was it subverted because you didn't get the Broly you originally got? So you expected this stupid man, nothing character Broly, and then Monster Man Broly, but you didn't get that, so it subverted it, so it made it better? Is that what it was? That you didn't get the same Broly?
and makes the whole ride entertaining.
Yeah.
To where, of course, I know Goku's gonna win. Duh, it's Dragon Ball, and the Dragon Balls exist. You can't have any.
Pause. Goku didn't beat Cell.
Nope.
Goku didn't beat Vegeta.
Nope.
Goku didn't beat the androids.
Nope.
Goku didn't beat Fat Boo.
Nope.
Super Boo.
Nope.
He had help with Kid Boo.
Yep.
Couldn't beat him in a one-on-one fist fight.
Nope. Couldn't beat Raditz.
Didn't beat Frieza. Well, I guess he kind of beat Frieza.
No, he definitely beat Frieza. Frieza just wasn't killed.
Didn't beat Raditz.
Nope.
Didn't beat Tien Shinhan the first time he fought him.
Nope. Didn't beat Roshi first time he fought him. Maybe even the second time.
Consequences, okay? How is this fight gonna progress? How are they gonna be?
They're gonna punch and kick at light speed, and you're not gonna be able to make out the movement.
How is the fight gonna progress? Vegeta's gonna fight him in base and go, "Oh, you're pretty strong," and then go to Super Saiyan for some reason. Not even Super Saiyan 2. And then go, "Oh, you're pretty strong," and then go to God instead of straight to Blue. And then go, "Oh, you're pretty strong," and then go to Blue. What?
And where are people going? What places are the villains and the heroes going to end up at the end?
And here's a little.
The heroes are gonna be on Earth, and everybody else is not gonna be on Earth, except potentially Broly. But they couldn't keep him on Earth. He's a monster man. He's a maniac monster man.
Goku went over to Vampa to see Broly. That's fine. Where did Vegeta end at the end of the movie? Where was his growth? Where was his change? What was there a purpose for him in the movie? Because Goku went, "You're not a bad guy." Vegeta went, "Here comes this blast to murder you.
Here comes death.
I don't care what's going on. Here comes a blast to murder you." But Goku went, "You're not a bad guy." So that's something. What about Vegeta? What about Broly? He didn't seem, once he got his mind clear, he wasn't like, "Oh, my dad."
Thing, and here's a cool perspective, and I like this. This is not Goku's movie. This isn't.
It's literally Broly in the title.
But who cares?
And also, who cares?
Goku has had the opportunity of growth for 30 years. Where are you going with him? Make it about somebody else. Who cares? This is not a hot take. We know this. The movie essentially starts off with Broly. We see Broly for a very long time before we see present day Goku or Vegeta. We know this. And who cares?
Vegeta's movie. It's
No.
Broly. Yeah, the hero of this story is Broly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the closest.
Why did you say that like you dropped a truth bomb? Hero of the story is Broly. Like,
Well, then already went, "It's Broly, it's Broly."
yeah, we know the story.
Secondary character is like either Chirai or
Oh, shame.
Paragus.
Party foul.
I had that muted.
Yeah, but you were saying.
Yeah, it's either Paragus or I'd say it's like Paragus or Chilai. That's the kind of secondary character.
I'd say Frieza, sort of.
Frieza
Right.
is very
They're-
close. I feel like he's
Yeah.
more of a Frieza's more of a supporting role in this.
Yeah.
If only because like, and he's my favorite part in this
No,
movie.
yeah,
he's really- yeah.
I'm not saying this to besmirch
Yeah.
Frieza. I'm saying they don't use him a ton. Every time they use him, it's perfect.
Yes,
But-
I just want to like, man. We're tackling this in order, but we're getting close to my favorite part.
Yeah.
My absolute favorite part of this
Oh,
movie.
no. You don't need to groan and shake your head. It's the greatest part of the movie.
I don't even know what he's talking about, but this whole
Broly, your
fight
father's
thing-
dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
good,
part of
good.
the
Okay.
movie.
Yeah. Because the whole fight thing is just like a whole monster mash of fighting. So that my brain just sort of shut off. But yeah, that's cool.
Part of this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once they show up, there's a bunch of actually great. Oh my god, when Goku gets in the cold, it's hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah, they have some fun.
Yeah, and then Frieza shows up, and there's a little bit of banter, and then
He brings out Paragus
Yeah.
and Broly, and Paragus is like, "That's that motherfucker, Vegeta's kid.
I know that-
Broly, get him!"
Yeah.
And this is really what kind of set the pace for me, and I thought it was really cool. Like, Broly's really strong, and he's holding his own against base Vegeta, but you can tell base Vegeta's playing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Vegeta starts going Super Saiyan, and Broly's like, "What's this?" Like, they're doing this grapple, and Broly's like, "Huh? I can't get what?"
Yeah, yeah.
And Vegeta starts handing him his shit. And this is like when Vegeta's at his best to me, is when he is way on top and about to topple. Because
Yeah.
he starts realizing, oh shit, this guy's adapting and getting
Pause.
stronger.
That's
Because that's-
every single Vegeta fight.
And it's adapting and getting better. This is the third person in a row.
They're getting stronger.
Well, 3 out of 4, my bad. No. Was this before? No, this was after. Okay, so 3 out of 4. Jiren didn't get better as the fight progressed. So you've got Hit, you've got Broly, and you've got Black. All that get better.
Kefla.
They're still learning. I'm talking like the big bad of the episode
Okay.
of the thing, the overarching person. Because they're Saiyans, of course they're gonna whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. That's what Dragon Ball is. They're saying whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So that's where I'm at. So 3 out of the last 4 villains of Super were just like, as I fight, I improve immensely.
That's interesting.
Just
Because
Yeah.
he starts realizing, oh shit, this guy's adapting and getting stronger. And Goku's remarking like, oh wow, he's hanging out with like Super Saiyan without in his base form. This is really cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
peak Goku.
Yeah.
And then Vegeta finally, for the
Pause.
first time,
He's hanging out with Super Saiyan in his base form. So he's hanging out with the floor is Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta. So he's hanging out with 50 times Super Saiyan, not Gogeta, Gotenks. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. 50 times that. Just raw.
But then Trunks and Super Saiyan 2 was hanging out with 2 to 3 to blue Goku.
That's why we need to. There's a video on deck that's called "Power Scaling Doesn't Matter in Dragon Ball," and we need to hit that.
Oh, we should have hit that today. That sounds amazing.
Vegeta, finally, for the first time, we get to see him go Super Saiyan God. Yes. He looks so fucking good.
Why? No, it's cool. You don't instantly go, but why though?
But why does he have that form?
Why did he have that form? Why did he use that form? Why does he think that will give him some sort of advantage over Blue?
Because
just cool.
Because Goku was like, Vegeta's really the amazing one. He obtained Blue without going Super Saiyan God. So when did he get that?
Yeah, and why would he just use it? I never understood that. It's
Cool.
just a fan service moment. That's the reaction that you're supposed to have. And within the next sentence, they should go, why does he have that form?
Why did we never get to see that?
And so does that mean that anybody who participated within the ritual has that form? So does that mean that Gohan, Pan, Trunks, Goten, do they have that form? Or is it just like, oh, cool moment?
He looks great.
Red really does something well
And
for him.
he
Yeah.
obliterates Broly.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing.
Punches him
that
through
he-
like 3 mountains.
Yeah, and the move that he uses, like the moment he turns red, he just starts shooting these little balls, and they're strong enough to knock Broly around.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like-
they aren't
pushing
even
the
Whoa, strong! Whoa, he could knock him out with little tiny blasts. Whoa!
What a douche.
Dude! Why is this something to be lauded when Boa Hancock's like, you touch Luffy, and she scales Bullet and kicks the shit out of him? Little tiny lady just kicking the shit out of this island destroying monster. But he's just like, whoa, strong dude doing strong things. This Dragon Ball fight awesome mentality is killing me. You killing me with this. Fight for my life. I gave this show 20 years. I ain't do this. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. Fight for my family.
Oh, I'm glad he's locked up. Going away for a long time.
to knock Broly around.
Yeah,
It's-
I'm
They aren't
pushing
even
the
key
air.
Yeah, these aren't even key blasts.
They
It's just
do these
focused
things.
air.
Yeah.
He's like firing at him, and Broly's like, fuck. Punches him. Like, you get this beautiful shot of him flying straight through like 7 or 8 mountains.
so many mountains.
Yeah, it's so good.
And then
We've seen that so
Broly
many
snaps,
times.
and all of a sudden Vegeta can't hurt him. And he's like, what the fuck? And that's where things
Yeah, who
really
cares?
kick off.
And I love
Yeah.
the explanation for this.
I do too.
Like, this explanation is so good. Thank God Toriyama found a good way to utilize something that he had forgotten for a million years and even brings up a couple times in the movie. By the way, I keep finding things in this movie that are set up and paid off. Maybe not obviously, but he keeps setting up like, oh yeah, the Ozaru, the great ape form. That's something we can do. He explains, oh shit, he's utilizing the great ape power without going great ape.
yeah.
How?
How?
That's what he's doing. How?
You can just say that and then just go, wow, awesome. But there, if without an explanation, you go, why can't Goku do that? Why can't Vegeta do that? Why can't Gohan do that? Why can't any other character do that? Without an explanation, you have to ask these questions.
And we just had this with Kill when he goes, oh, is this the true form of the Saiyans? When she goes Broly. And then again, you have to ask, why is her transformation different? Why can't any of the other Saiyans do this? Why haven't any of the other Saiyans done this? You can at least go, oh, all the universe 6 or 7, whatever that universe is, those Saiyans transform like that. So when Kaba transforms, he turns into that. And Vegeta's like, holy but no, it's just this girl for what reason?
Oh, latent anger issues. Oh, like Gohan? Oh, I guess that can't be the explanation.
That's his thing. That's what he does.
So his
He's not
eyes go
Super Saiyan 4.
His eyes go yellow.
Yeah, which is what happens in Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
It's canon.
He goes feral, and from that point onward, he does not speak.
Yeah.
So does that mean is Broly just doing what Gohan did when he was training with Piccolo and that like simulated moonlight or whatever came out of Goku's broken pod and he wasn't quite transformed but he was like werewolf Gohan?
Oh,
Is this all coming back to that?
Canonizing everything now.
This is where Broly, and I'm all about it.
But like
Yeah.
seriously, it's essentially the explanation for Super Saiyan 4, which has always been the reasoning I said why I loved it, because it ties back into what makes Saiyans cool.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So you're praising him for something that somebody else did 15 years ago.
Dude, it's the best form.
That was already done, but Broly did it differently, so clap. Why is that good when it's
One
already...
sentence explanation and they're going, I'm so happy. That's so amazing. That Vegeta just goes, he's using the Azoru power without being an Azoru. What? Of course there's an eternal pose. That's just...
Well, whatever. Oh, this guy is just strong and he doesn't have motivation.
What is Broly's motivation to fight right now?
He was just sick on somebody.
Like a
He's
dog.
a strong gun. That's all he is.
It's always been the reasoning I said why I loved it, because it ties back into what makes Saiyans cool. And I think just seeing it here, I'm sad he doesn't get a little hairy. I would like a little hair on him. That's all I'm saying. But he's essentially
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 4
Yeah.
throughout this movie. Which, hey, Super Saiyan 4 equals Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Awesome. Cool. Done.
Perfect.
Ozaru form, it multiplies the power level by 10 times. So all it is just a weaker Super Saiyan transformation.
So that means that base Broly has to be roughly as strong as Super Saiyan 3 Goku?
What's your math? Show your work.
Because Super Saiyan 3 is 50, 100, 200. 200, what's blue?
Blue is an unknown.
So let's just go
But-
500.
Yeah, it has to be stronger than Super Saiyan 3 because God was able to contest with Beerus when Super Saiyan 3 wasn't.
Let's just say 500. That means that 10 times Broly is beating Blue Vegeta and Goku. 500 times Vegeta and Goku is beating 10 times is beaten by 10 times Broly. Savagely. To the point where they have to run and go, we gotta combine our powers.
No, because then he turns Super Saiyan.
You're correct. So it would be 10 times and then 20 times. So 2,000 times? No, that wouldn't be right.
Okay, no. I have to assume that he's tapping into so that's got to be like a transformed state.
What do you mean?
The Ozaru Broly form. That can't be like he's adding that onto his base form.
Okay.
That's got to be like a transformed state in the middle of. He can go into and out of that. That's not like he's always 10 times that. So Super Saiyan wouldn't be 10 times that. It would be 50 times the base.
No, it can't be. Because that shouldn't be able to contest with Blue enough.
No, it shouldn't.
So-
It absolutely shouldn't.
The only way this would work is, let's say Broly's at a 10. He gets 10 times his power, which is 100. And then he gets 20 times that, so it's 2,000. I was correct. So that's the only way that works. He has to go up to that 2,000. Because if he or 50, it's 50 times, my bad. So he have to go up to that 5,000. So, because if he just
That's
went
a
that...
pretty big number.
Because if he just went 10 and then 50 times, he'd only be at 500. And that's not going to contest with Blue.
No,
so
but
it has to be that 5,000.
But his base was contesting with Vegeta's Super Saiyan.
Which is 50 times Vegeta. Okay.
So his base is stronger than Vegeta's base.
Okay.
So the multipliers, you have to stack that on top of it. It's not just a hard multiplier. You have to add the fact that he is at least 50 times stronger than Vegeta base.
But at the same time, you look at that and you go, okay, he goes Super Saiyan and goes 50 times. If Vegeta is 500 times that, he should still be. Broly should not be just running through them
He
at the very
absolutely
least.
shouldn't. No, he shouldn't.
So again,
but he's also getting stronger as he fights, and that means that his Super Saiyan is getting stronger as he fights. You forgot about that, didn't
this
you?
is the dumbest.
It is the worst. It's for fight monkeys like these who don't think about these things and just go, yay!
Yay, big power.
Yay, big punch. Ooh, they're chopping through dimensions. Look, they're doing air pulses and crap like that. When you don't stop to think about these hard numbers and going, this don't make sense. There's no reason why this dude who's just been sitting on this planet fighting bugs should be stronger than this dude that's been trained by multiple gods.
Not just one.
Multiple!
And also, there's no reason that he should just be getting stronger because he's fighting. And the other Saiyans can't do this. What makes Broly so special?